So AMD launches Radeon RX 9070 GRE in China, officially 6% faster than RX 7900 GRE. AMD Radeon RX 9070 GRE now official. SKU is exclusive to the Chinese market for now, I guess. No reference design, but AMD has officially announced the Radeon RX 9070 GRE. The card is now listed on AMD's website, but only in China. This means that this graphics card model is not planned for release in the global market anytime soon. The GRE, which stands for Great Radeon Edition, previously was called Golden Rabbit Edition, is now new model based on the Navi 48 GPU. AMD confirmed it features a 48 RDNA 4 compute unit, which means 3072 stream processors. So the leaks I shared with you guys is pretty much on spot. So AMD also confirmed that the base clock is 2.22 GHz while the boost clock is 2.79 GHz. Officially, the RX 9070 GRE comes with two 8-pin power connector and has a total board power of 220 watt. This is the same configuration as the RX 9070 non-XT. The card does require a 650 watt power supply, and as we can see here, some different variants of the 9070 GRE. Here is the white edition of Sapphire RX 9070 GRE 12GB GDDR6 overclock edition. Which one is this? I don't know. And yes, we have the Eastern RX 9070 GRE Atlantis overclock edition. Compared to the RX 9070, there is also a downgrade in terms of memory. The card will ship with 12GB of GDDR6 memory across a 192-bit memory bus and will use slower 18GB modules. This appears to be an artificial limitation, but we will only know for sure after reviews examine the actual memory modules. It is possible that it is a genuinely slower variant. AMD official also claims that the Radeon RX 9070 GRE is 6% faster than RX 7900 GRE at 1440p ultra settings in game. And if we talk about the pricing, the card is now listed for pre-order at 4,199 RMB, which is around 7% cheaper than the 9070 non-XT variant, which is for 4,499 RMB launch price. Therefore, the rumors about the 9070 GRE being replaced with the 9070 non-XT are becoming true, at least for the Chinese market. The pre-order will be fulfilled on May 8, which seems also the release date. Okay guys, next up today is that AMD Ryzen 9000 finally cheaper, 9950X at $529, 9600X hits $185. If you guys remember, I previously shared a video where I shared the news about the AMD Ryzen 9000 chips being 17% lower than MSRP, specifically in Europe region, in Poland, and Mind Factory in Germany. But now we are seeing the price decrease in Micro Center. So yeah, let's read the news. Micro Center in store picking up only option offer the lowest price of Ryzen 9000 CPUs while other retailers increase prices. Now we don't know how much of the prices will go and down according to this news. The Black Friday storm. It's been a long time since we had an update on Ryzen CPU pricing. The first reason was the uncertain situation in the global market, the discussion, implementation and removal of tariffs as well as the supply issues. This situation is much different in other regions compared to the US. In Europe, as I said again, I have shared the report with you guys where the 9800X 3D CPUs, most popular SKU in the AMD lineup, were at 17% below MSRP, especially in Poland. Meanwhile, the US customers may now find discount on the Core Zen 5 offering, including the non-X3D CPUs. The 9950X has dropped to 527 again. The 9700X is now at 285 and 9600X has hit $185, the lowest it has been. The 6-core CPU is now discounted by over 1/3 compared to its launch price. And if we see the prices, the 9950X that Amazon is offering for $527, 9900X for $364, Ryzen 7 9700X for $285, and Ryzen 5 9600X for $185 via Amazon. This is perhaps because AMD is set to preparing a Ryzen 5 9600X 3D CPU. Recently, PC Games Hardware posted a simulation of such a processor with 6-core and 3D VK, suggesting it would outperform the 7950X 3D in many cases. But unfortunately, only non-X3D SKUs are available at good prices or are available at all. It seems that the supply of the Ryzen 7 9800X 3D and the late launched 9950X 3D, 9900X 3D is more affected by the situation in the global market than demand. The 9900X 3D in particular should not be out to stock given how it was welcomed by the viewers. Yes guys, this is very true to some extent, because 9800X 3D and 9950X 3D, 9900X 3D comes in between them, and it's a 12-core 24-thread CPU, but it was not as welcoming as the other processors were. So yeah.